Hello, beautiful humans. It is holiday season again, and I wanted to come in and talk a little bit about adult children. Myself, I am an adult child of an alcoholic, two alcoholics. Both of my parents were alcoholics, and it has caused an enormity of traumas throughout my life, some that I'm still dealing with, and some that I have worked very hard to overcome. But I just want to come in here and let you know, if this is you, and I'm not just talking about children from alcoholic families, this is any adult child from a severely dysfunctional home. There are so many different types of dysfunction. There's not just one any longer that is talked about. There are so many. My reference point is as an adult child of an alcoholic, and I don't label myself as such because I don't personally like labels, because that tells me I can't overcome it once I've been labeled with something, but I do on some level identify with it. And there are 13 main characteristics of children from very dysfunctional families, and I'm just going to talk about one of them today because holiday season can be one of the hardest. One of the first times I ever went to therapy, this was the subject that came up, and the therapist gave me very good advice, which I promptly did not follow. And I never really did until much later. But the first characteristics of an adult child is an alcoholic family specifically, but all dysfunctions. Number one, adult children of alcoholics guess at what normal behavior is. We don't always have a reference point for what normal is supposed to look like. Not at normal times during the year, and certainly not at holiday time. Holiday time can be some of the most stressful, most overwhelming, most triggering moments that you will go through, because there's so many family obligations. Often there are family histories. There are the interdynamics of your relationships with your different family members, not just the parents, but also your siblings and extended family. And those things never generally get talked about, because one thing we do is we sweep everything under the rug and we pretend like everything is okay when we know that they're not. But also that's just simply because we don't have a reference point for normal. So I just want to share with each and every one of you that this might apply to, is to give yourself grace. You may have made a lot of horrendous mistakes in your life. Some may have been not caused by you directly. Some may have been, because these types of trauma, now the book I'm reading out of right now is The Adult Children of Alcoholics by Janet Woitz. I'm massacring her name. Let yourself off the hook a little bit. I'm not saying all behavior can be excused, but as far as feeling guilty, feeling shame, feeling dysfunctional, give yourself some grace. The same grace that you have granted to so many other people, give it to yourself first, because you didn't, and you don't, and you may not still have a reference point for what normal is supposed to look like. And normal is not even a real term. No one's family is truly normal, because that's just everybody's idea of normal is relative to what their environment is. But I'm just saying, give yourself some grace. It's okay to not know. And you know what else? It is also okay to bow out of those traditions, to bow out of getting together with family. It is okay to set boundaries. It is okay. It doesn't mean you don't love your family. It doesn't mean you don't want to see them. It doesn't mean you have like maybe severe resentments against them or anything like that. Maybe you just need some space for yourself. Maybe you just need to bow out of something you do every year. Give yourself some grace and allow yourself permission to prioritize your mental health and your emotional health and your physical health and well-being over everything else, over a tradition, over an obligation, over a holiday. No matter which holiday you may or may not celebrate, the divine knows who you are if you believe in such, and it holds nothing against you. It will not be held against you, I promise. You are deeply loved, and you are deeply appreciated. And use this as your permission slip to give all the grace that